Okay, we're gonna look at an example where we have a unknown sine function, and we have quite a few things, and we want to be able to draw such a thing. Okay, or even before that we state certain thing. So right now we are given this function that is y is equals to p plus q sine times 3x, where p and q are positive integers. We want to state the period of y. Usually you understand that the period of y would usually a period of sine curve is just 360, right? So if you do 3x, the period would be 360 divided by 3. So it will be 360 degrees divided by 3, and this will give you 120 degrees. That means it takes for 120 degrees, okay, that will be one cycle, right? From there, they have given you that the maximum and minimum values of y are 6 and -2. Now you're gonna try to picture these in your head, right? If my maximum value is let's say 6 here, and my minimum value is like -2, you know, and think about it, sine curve must start from the middle, right? The middle of the minimum or maximum value. So you must go something like that, right? So how do you actually find your amplitude? It's actually pretty straightforward. You just simply need to take this value and subtract this value, which will give you a value of it will actually give you the distance between these two, and then you divide it by 2. Right? Because when you divide by 2, you're trying to get the distance here. This distance here. Make sense? So in fact, in this case, it's just taking the maximum value minus the minimum value and divide by 2, which will give you 4. So the amplitude is 4. So with that, can we actually find the value of p and q? Now remember all these things, right? So when you add, remember the amplitude must be 4, right? So q must be 4, right? Because amplitude must be 4, and so q you take 4 times sine 3x to get an amplitude of 4. Next, remember that you want to change the maximum and minimum value of this function. So the original minimum value is actually 1, right? And then 1, then you multiply to 4, it will become 4. So in this case, how to get 6? You simply plus 2. So p must be equals to 2. So the graph is actually y equals to 2 plus 4 times of sine 3x. Now with this information here, we're going to kind of sketch this graph. Okay, actually I kind of sketched it there already. So we're going to draw this here. Maybe I'll just shift it down a little bit. So sketch it down because this graph is pretty tricky. We need to draw for 240 degrees, which means, remember, one period now is about 220 degrees, right? So since it's 120 degrees, we will draw 2 cycles of it. So let me just make it a little bit easier for us to kind of like picture this. So let's say this is 240 degrees. Okay, so in the middle, somewhere in the middle here is 120. So you just need to actually be very conscious about it lah when you draw this. Next, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to draw a dotted line. So I know that roughly gauging that -2 should be somewhere here. And then we have 2, 4, 6. So 6 should be somewhere here. Okay, you're going to find out where is 2. 2 maybe is here, around 2. Why is that so? Because I want to actually draw, for those using, like when you do this exam, you should use a pencil to draw a dotted line. So you draw a dotted line. Why? Because this is where you're going to start, and this is where you're going to do like keep doing the cycle. Now you're going to find between 0 and 120 degrees, you are going to find the middle ground, which is actually about 60 degrees. So you should actually be using a ruler to kind of like measure out certain things. I know as long as it looks kind of symmetrical and equal, that's good. So why did I mark out 60 degrees? Because that is where I'm going to cut the purple line actually. So I'm going to start drawing. Draw from here, go up, come down. Okay, so I'm going to show you again, go up, come down. Okay, I'm going to take a break. Okay, because it's not easy to draw the bottom one. Okay, go down again, go up. Okay, great. But it looks too straight. Okay, so try again. Okay, you should always be using a pencil at this stage, man. Okay, because you will never know what kind of mistakes you can make with sketching such graphs. Okay, just like me, I always make mistakes. As and when, like little mistakes here and there. So you should try to actually. Oh, okay. Oh, I almost got it. Okay, you're gonna try to make it a bit better. Of course, you should actually rotate your paper and try to do it well. Oh, finally we got it. Okay, we're gonna go up again. Okay, it's a bit too much. I think it's fine. Yeah. Or if it's too much, I should just redraw again. Okay, what I usually would do is actually I would actually draw a line. Use a ruler, draw a line such that I know this is -6, such that yeah, so here such that I know that that's my maximum I can go. Remember now the maximum point will be in between the intervals, and then I'll do the same for the bottom. And ta-da! Okay, that's too much. I thought I was almost done. Okay, I'm not drawing it very well, but yeah, that's the idea. So from here, I'm going to delete this, and I'm actually going to delete this part. So you should erase, and there we go. We have the graph of y equals to 2 plus 4 sine 3x. Okay, so it is just making use of the amplitude, the period, and to actually find unknown values, which is a pretty important skill. So do take note, and that's all for this example over here.